Hello, my friend. If you found your way here today, I'm guessing your mind has been a little busy. Maybe you've been replaying conversations, thinking about things you should have said, things you shouldn't have said, wondering what might happen tomorrow, next week, or next month, running through every possible outcome as though if you think about it long enough, you'll somehow find the perfect answer. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something. You're not the only one. So many of us do this. We think we're preparing ourselves, protecting ourselves, trying to stay one step ahead. But sometimes all we're really doing is exhausting ourselves. Because the truth is, there comes a point where thinking about something no longer helps. It just becomes another thing we're carrying. And if you're anything like me, you probably already know the answer you're looking for. You just don't trust it yet. So today, I want to offer you a gentle reminder. Not everything needs to be figured out right now. Not every decision needs to be made today. Not every conversation needs to be replayed. And not every worry deserves your energy. Sometimes the kindest thing we can do for ourselves is acknowledge that we've thought about something enough. We've considered it, we've reflected on it, and now we can let it rest. At least for a little while. There's something else I'd like to share with you. A simple little tool that has helped me many times when my mind won't let go. When I notice myself going around and around in circles, thinking about the same thing over and over, I simply say to myself, I'll deal with that tomorrow. That's it. Not because I'm avoiding it, not because it isn't important, but because often I've realised that if I continue to think about it at 9 o'clock at night, or while I'm trying to enjoy my day, it isn't actually helping. So I tell myself, I'll deal with that tomorrow. And if the thought comes back 5 minutes later, I say it again. I'll deal with that tomorrow. If it comes back 10 times, I say it 10 times. Because what I'm really doing is giving my mind permission to put it down for now. I'm letting my brain know that the thought has been acknowledged, it's been heard. And it doesn't need to keep waving its arms around trying to get my attention. Sometimes tomorrow arrives and the thing I was worried about doesn't seem nearly as important. Sometimes I have more clarity. And sometimes I realise there was never actually a problem to solve in the first place. So if your mind is busy today, perhaps you could try it. I'll deal with that tomorrow. Not forever, just right now. I also want to remind you that your thoughts are not always facts. Just because your mind has imagined 100 different scenarios doesn't mean any of them are going to happen. Our minds are incredibly creative. They can turn a small concern into a full-length movie before we've even finished our morning coffee. And while that can be useful sometimes, it can also convince us that we need to solve problems that don't even exist yet. So if your mind has been racing ahead today, bring yourself back to what is actually here. What is true today? What is in front of you right now? What can you do with the information you have today? Start there. The rest can wait. And before I leave you, here's one final reminder. You don't have to carry every thought that passes through your mind. Some thoughts are meant to be listened to, some are meant to be questioned, and some are simply meant to be let go. Be gentle with yourself today. Your mind has been working very hard. Maybe it's okay to give it a little break. Take care, my friend.